What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In this one, we're gonna just kind of talk a little bit briefly, hopefully briefly, although it's probably gonna be long because it's gonna be a little ramble video off the top of my head with no actual sort of like laid out thoughts and progression through this video on what I want to say. But we're just gonna talk about my general thoughts on my enjoyment of K-pop as it sits right now, today in 2019, of course, as I record this video, and kind of like how it's sort of changed, I think, maybe, over the time that I've been on YouTube, which for the most part, minus maybe a year or so, has been the amount of time that I've actually been following K-pop. So that's kind of, I think, something that's kind of cool. Maybe you didn't know that about me or my, history with YouTube and K-pop and stuff like that. But pretty much for me, my enjoyment of K-pop started back in 2013, listening to 4 Minutes and the song Volume Up, which I believe had just recently been released at that time. That was a song that kind of got me in the I guess the whole of going through all of the K-pop songs. I went through all of the 4 minute, music videos. I really enjoyed it, and that was kind of like the start. And then my YouTube channel and all the reaction videos were kind of a little bit of a way to force me to branch out and listen to different groups and experience new things. And at that time, everything was very, very new and interesting and amazing, and I loved it. And, it was really, really cool. Fast forward, how long has it been now? 6 years even? Holy God. Well, it will be 6 years this year, of actually being in K-pop that deep. And maybe for the last year or two, just like my enjoyment and my passion for listening to all of the K-pop that I can possibly consume in the world has kind of, died down. I guess I would kind of say that I've become burnt out on listening to K-pop, specifically maybe even just making videos about all of these songs. That might be that might be the actual like nuance to this whole thing. Like, I don't dislike K-pop and I'm not bored of listening to it. I just don't like making videos, or I just don't get the same sort of enjoyment and satisfaction of making videos on every single release like I did in the past. That might be the big thing. I don't specifically know, but just whichever, for whatever reason it is, whether it's, just my distaste, I guess you can say now, for making constant videos every single day to keep up with every single release that happens Monday through Friday, every single week of the year, minus holidays and the last couple weeks of the year, because K-pop never ends. It's just, I've just become burnt out on the whole genre. Or like I said, maybe I'm just burnt out on making YouTube videos the way that I have been since I started my YouTube channel. But over the last month or so, 6 weeks, I've really just kind of gotten back into listening to K-pop. And it's not necessarily that I've gone back to listening to, older music from, the groups that were active or at their peak at the time that I was into K-pop, all of the 2009 K-pop, 2.0 groups, as people would call them. It's not necessarily because I went back to listening to those groups or, revisiting those, classics and all that kind of stuff. But I've just been listening to K-pop again. No pressure to actually make a video. Just listen to some music, enjoy it, get into it, have some fun with it. Or, if it's an emotional song, get sad or get happy or just feel the music again, as opposed to actually like being pressured, I guess, by myself to actually put something out that's a little bit, I don't even know, critical, I suppose you can say, or whatever. But I've just been enjoying the music again, and going back and listening to some of these songs has been really, really great. And I think it's appropriate, this is a pure coincidence too. I didn't actually intend for this day to be the day that I record this video and say, this thing, but I think it's appropriate that on the June 27th. June 27th, when I record this video, actually is the day that I mentioned that the one song that sticks in my mind, or the music video that sticks in my mind, that I've kind of gone back to listen to or watch as part of my whole like reinvigoration of my, interest in, my enjoyment of listening to K-pop music, is going back and watching the music video for the song from 21 called I Am the Best, right? And that actual song was released today, the 27th of June, like 8 years ago or something like that. So I think it's appropriate to make this video now and actually like call out that specific song as being the one where I was watching the music video and I was listening to the song and I was like, towards the last half of the music video when they pull out all, leather jackets and the studs, they go sort of like, super hardcore, punk rock look with the styling in that music video. But then again, the music video and the styling and all that stuff in that music video is also something I absolutely love. But I was watching the music video, listening to the song. When we got to the last 90 seconds, 30 seconds of that song, and I was watching the music video, I was like, wow, this is the stuff this is exactly what I like about K-pop. This is the thing that I think really, really got me into it and really, really hooked me. Is the visual styling and maybe the music. I don't specifically know, but just the whole, which is the thing that I say a lot too, is just the entire like performance aspect of K-pop is something that I really, really enjoy. And I don't know specifically why that is, but I just really, really enjoy it. Maybe it's something to do with the type of, heavy metal, death metal, black metal, whatever kind of metal it is that you want to call it or subgenre. But a lot of that stuff is very, theatrical and very performance driven. And that's something that I enjoy. That's something that I appreciate. And so these metal groups put on a performance in their music videos and in their live stage performances, just the same that K-pop groups do. Just the packaging of it is the wrapping of the same package is different. So that's something that I really enjoy, and that's something that really kind of captured my attention with K-pop. So that kind of motivated me to get in. And then fast forward to now, and I'm sitting here over the last year or so, just kind of going like, I've listened to like 99% of K-pop releases since I started with YouTube, and the more, if you listen to every single release for literally any single genre in the entire world, whether it's a super niche subgenre or a very, very broad genre of music, you'll kind of notice that like most of the music that gets released is really good and really enjoyable, but it's not really anything that's particularly like remarkable or amazing. It doesn't like, catch your breath or take your breath away and make you go like, wow, that's amazing. And I kind of feel that way with K-pop now. Like, I'm not bored of listening to K-pop. I think that 99% of the music that gets released or the music videos that get put out are really good and really enjoyable in their own way. But at least 75% of the songs that I listen to aren't songs that just get me really, really excited and fired up. And it is reflected in my reaction videos that I've recorded or that I've published over the last year or so. Just because, I've just been so saturated with, or so I guess inundated is probably the correct word. I've been just inundated with every single K-pop song from every single group that are like medium sized or just debuted or something like that for the last, 4, 5, 6 years, whatever. And it's hearing the same things that are good and enjoyable, but relatively the same, is just kind of, it just gets boring, and if I struggle to find good things to say about some songs and bad things to say about some songs, and all I'm really left with is just like, it was pretty good, it was enjoyable, and that's boring. I don't have any fun doing that. I don't have any fun, not coming up with anything, because it's really hard to just come up with a generic sort of like, some specific points about a song that I like, but I don't, or that I don't like, but I don't hate, It's a lot easier to come up with negative reviews and positive reviews. Coming up with neutral reviews is very, very difficult, to be honest. So that's just kind of where I'm at. That's my little ramble over the course of the last 10 minutes. I really do enjoy K-pop still. Like, that's without a question. Just the way that I enjoy it, or I should say maybe I don't know. It just is different, like there's so many groups that I love, and there's so much music that I love still, but there's also, I'm at a point in my life with K-pop that like, not every single release is something that is new and amazing and interesting and everything's a unique experience now. I'm well past that. So, now, compared to the last couple years to the previous couple years, and, where before I was like, wow, everything was something new and interesting and shiny. now K-pop isn't really the not every single release is something that I think is something special. It's not necessarily a particularly unique and new experience to me. It just, is the nature of being so deeply involved in literally anything, like any topic, any genre of music, like I said, or any other topic, movie genre or art, painting, whatever it is, even maybe even sports and stuff like that, just the same things sort of come up and you see the same things and then you're like, yeah, that's a thing. It's okay. I don't hate it. I don't like it. It just is okay, And that's kind of where I'm at. But, my interest in all this stuff's kind of been reinvigorated the last couple months, just kind of taking a little bit of a casual listen to a lot of the music. And, I've actually listened to quite a fair number of the new releases that I really, really love. BTS, TXT, the Momoland song, I'm So Hot, also a very good song. There's plenty of really, really good songs that I absolutely love. I don't know if I'm going to talk about those songs in the future. I think I might talk about a couple of them. I really want to talk about the BTS song, kind of. I tried to record a video, but the audio wasn't synced up correctly. But I don't know. That's it. So now I'm not talking about the topic of the video, so I'm going to end it right here, and we'll move on to something different to upload in the next day or two, hopefully tomorrow or something like that. So thank you guys for watching. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, that's awesome. I'm surprised that you can bear my rambling thoughts like that. Hopefully you got something out of this. But the question that I have for you guys, if you made it to the end, I'm also going to post in the comments too so that everyone can see it. But I want to know, how has your enjoyment of K-pop changed over the years, from when you first got started, from when you first discovered K-pop to where you stand right now? Like, what was your journey like? What were the highs and the lows? How has it, evolved and stuff like that? Has it been a similar path to me, or are you just still continuing on the, I guess, ascending the whole peak of like, wow, everything is new and crazy and interesting? Or are you kind of, where I'm at, where it's just like K-pop is good and I love it, but it's just not as mind-blowing as it once was? Whatever it is that you're feeling, let me know in the comments below. Definitely would be interested to hear what you guys have got to say. So that's it for this video, guys. Like I said, I'll be back hopefully soon with something different to talk about. Maybe another release, maybe another sort of topic like this, or some news or something. I don't specifically know. We'll figure that out in the next few hours. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video coming up very, very soon.